Taréis an clúise tubasteach sin go lána rí seachtaí a chuin eilón scéalachar na cheart a ríist a gcuine an iarmhí. Tá leathúil ag na fórne ar fád an is áit na bhiltaí le cheannis agus bí cinnte is go mé an chaidlann a bhád níos géide an de seachtaí seo. Ní réon dáteach go níon seo an chéadachlathe eile a gcuine corca agus blochlí cindách an cíine tá dianta ag firmicí thairs a chavíle a cardéag.
There are so many challenges facing you in the Ulster Championship. You're down first, we're looking at Cavan who are making great strides, Monaghan. There are so many challenges. How important would it be to get to the league semi-final for you this year and try and bridge the gap between the end of the league and the beginning of the Ulster Championship?
Yeah, well, it is important, I think, to do well in the league and to stay in the league as long as possible, to get another game. Therefore, a semi-final place for us in the league would be crucially important, giving us that competitive match. Our championship match is early, so it actually would suit very well this year. It would really narrow the gap, and if we could get to the final, it'd be even better, because we'd be playing in a league final and a competitive match probably only about 3 weeks before our championship. But that's looking very far ahead. First things first, if we can get a result at all to get into the semi-final, we'd be very pleased.
Cork, of course, are the next challenge. What's your assessment of them so far this year?
Cork have been very impressive this year. There's a transition within their side as well, a lot of retirements and a lot of new faces in. They have been very successful under 21 in recent years. They have a new manager there, seems to be playing an expansive type of game. Up until they played Mayo, they were looking so good. That one hiccup won't make them a bad team. In fact, probably it's not a good thing for us to be going to play them after defeat, because I think they'll do a little bit of soul searching and probably come out better for it.
He expressed huge disappointment at Tyrone's collapse to Kerry down in Tralee. Mickey, can you shed any light on what was behind that inconsistency in what's otherwise been a really positive league campaign?
Yeah, it's very disappointing what happened to us in Kerry. It wasn't as if it was a total collapse for the entire game. We were very much in the game. In fact, Brian Sheehan was keeping Kerry in the game with 3 kicks in the first half. We probably should have been ahead more at half time. We started the second half brightly, got the first score, and we looked like this is going to be a ding-dong game to the end. Then they stole back a few scores, and James Donoghue got the goal. A very big score in a game like that, particularly against Kerry, who like to raise their standards when they're playing us. And we never really recovered from that. They just picked off a few more scores. A couple more goals came. It was a sort of a total collapse that I'd never seen before for a Tyrone side in a long time. And we have to really search our souls to see why that happened and make sure that such a collapse doesn't happen again.
This year in particular, the Ulster Championship is building up to be really interesting. How do you see Tyrone faring within the Ulster Championship?
Yeah, well, the Ulster Championship is very important to us. It's a few years now since we've won it. We were preliminary round against Down, the defending champions Monaghan in the first round proper. If we win that, you're through to Armagh or Cavan, and if you were to get to the final, there's Derry or Donegal most likely waiting on the person, the team who comes through that section. So it is a tall order always in the Ulster Championship. I think this is an extra tall order, and for us to get there and actually get the title, it'll be one of the best titles we'd ever win. So we'll take it a step at a time. It's Down in the preliminary round. If we get by them, then we'll take each step as it comes.